Hey, welcome back to another video from Handyman University. My name is Brennan, and today we're going to be talking about 5 skills that every handyman needs to be successful. But before we get into this list, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, maybe drop a comment at the end of the video, and I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, on to the list. So number 1, you need to be a great people person. This is very hard for a lot of handyman. I get it. A lot of introverts are handymen and handy people, whatever. And so this can be a very hard one for people to kind of get, but you really need to have this, as after all, your customer is what runs the whole entire show. Whether you like it or not, if you don't have customers, you're not making money. So I'd say the most important piece of your business is the customer. So you need to provide unmatched customer service, answer your phone. I'm not saying you need to agree with the customer on everything. Like, sometimes customers can be a headache, but at the same time, you kind of need to bend over backwards a little bit for the customer to get your reputation, and you need to make customers happy, and just all the way around, just be good at customer service. I think this is like probably the most important skill out of any of these, because after all, the customer is your business. So you have happy customers equals more customers through word of mouth and just reviews, reputation equals more money in your pocket. So moving on to the second skill that you must possess, you must be good with time. So you need good time management skills, and this one is also very important. They're all important, but so you need to be able to schedule your jobs efficiently. Now this means you really need to, this is kind of comes as you're in business a little bit, because you need to know how long jobs are going to take you, pretty well at least, so that you can schedule jobs kind of one on top of the other without having to like call and move people around constantly. And it can take a while to figure this out for yourself and for your business. But after a while, if you're working for a while, you kind of figure out, okay, this is going to take me this long. At a worst case scenario, it's going to take me this long. Best case, this long. Kind of estimate for maybe the middle, depending on the situation. And then you line up your next job. And so that way you can get as many jobs done in the window of time you have to work to begin with, and you just make the most out of that, because you only get paid for the time you're on job site. So you really need to maximize those hours. This could be including picking up your supplies or loading up the truck the night before after you're done with the day before. It can be very tiring, but just work efficiently, maximize those billable hours. That is the most important thing. Just the more time you can be on site making money, that's more money in your pocket, more money for the business, and just all around a good thing for everything. Again, you work more efficiently, you get more work done, you wind up with more money at the end of it, generally speaking. So moving on to tip or skill number 3, you must know your numbers. Now, this is definitely probably I'd say one of the hardest parts for most handyman and just small business owners in general is having good books. Now, a lot of people, I think, get overwhelmed with keeping books and don't really know necessarily how to do it, or they're just focused on, they just want to work. A lot of guys like us, handymen, they're really passionate about doing the work, and they don't like the business side of things per se as much as the doing the work and serving the customer type deal. I kind of fall in the middle, although I would say I kind of lean towards, I like the business side of the business more than the work. I do enjoy the work, I love the satisfaction, but the business is definitely my favorite part, the numbers and stuff. So anyways, you need to know your business numbers. If you don't know your numbers for your business, you don't have a business. You could be out of business, out of money, and if you wouldn't even know it because you don't know your numbers. So the thing you don't want to do is work an entire year and realize when you're looking back, when you're doing your taxes, I made no money this year. You might have thought you were doing good, because it can look good for once in a while, especially if you're getting down payments and stuff like that. You know, you can see an inflated number here, but then as soon as you buy job materials and your truck breaks down, you got to buy more tools, you got to maybe do some marketing, insurance, like all these things come into play, right? Well, it can leave you with like nothing left after that. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know if you're charging enough, you don't know if you're overcharging, like all this stuff, right? Which I'd say overcharging is probably not the case for most people. So yeah, you just need to know your books. Keep good books. This can be simple. Do an Excel spreadsheet on SD. You can get a Google Sheets or Excel spreadsheet already made up for your accounting. You just put in at the end of every day. You just put in like what you scan in, put your receipts in, put your income in for that day, who'd you work for, blah blah blah. Calculates it all up, keeps track of all your books for you, and it can be as easy as that. Or you can use QuickBooks or what's some of the other ones? I'm drawing a blank here. FreshBooks or something, I think, or I don't know. There's a couple of them out there, but QuickBooks definitely probably the biggest one. Just use something like that. I mean, you can make it as complicated as you want or as simple as you want. Just keep good books. Know your numbers. Skill number 4, you must have an insane work ethic. So if you're going to be self-employed, it's wonderful. You have freedom. You have time to do what you want. You can work when you want. You can work when you don't want. But at the same time, you end up working more than if you were working a 9 to 5. In most cases, especially if you're really trying to scale your business. So you really just need to just have that work ethic, that drive to build your business, to just keep going, because you're going to be working long days, probably into the night some nights. You're going to be working weekends. You're going to be working potentially holidays if there's emergency calls. I mean, you can set the boundaries on your business. I'm not saying you have to work these hours or not. You can be effective within your Monday to Friday hours, and even at 9 to 5, like work. I mean, you can do it. You just need to you got to be good at all the other skills too. You got to be efficient. You got to be able to really maximize those hours. So anyways, you just need a work ethic, because at the end of the day, you come home from working all day in the field. Well, guess what? You got book work to do. You got estimates to do. You got a call. You got email. You got text messages. There's so much stuff outside of just the work alone that you have to get done. And so for someone that's just looking to just clock in and clock out every day, I wouldn't recommend doing this route full time. Maybe just do it on the side. You definitely don't. That's not for you, because you're going to be working, you're going to be putting some time in, and you need to have that work ethic to get through those times. And eventually, hopefully, if that's what you want to do, you scale up to a bigger business, just keep scaling. You're still going to be working, but it'll pay off in the end. Otherwise, I mean, you don't have to scale up, obviously, but you still got to have a work ethic. And the last skill, which is the most obvious, is you need to do good work. If you can't do the work, you're not going to get customers. You're not going to make money, at least not very long. Your reputation will get out that you're trash, and you won't be doing anything for very long. So definitely, key principle is you got to be good at the work. Don't take on jobs that you can't do, that you don't know how to do. Just be honest with people. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people just aren't honest. And if you're honest with a customer, they're not going to blame you. If they want you to replace a window and you say, hey, look, I don't replace windows. I don't know how to replace windows. The customer is going to thank you for that so much, and that's going to build trust with them. Even if they don't hire you for that job, you built trust with them as an honest person, and they're going to call you back for the future when they find something that you do for your skills. They're going to call you back because you built trust with them. You're an honest person, and they appreciate that. So many times I've heard of somebody takes on a job and they think they know what they're doing, or they tell the customer they know what they're doing. They end up botching the whole thing. It's a whole mess, and someone goes to court, small claims court or something. Like, it's just a big mess, and could be completely avoided if people would just be honest with themselves and with the customer. So that is the 5 skills that I believe you need to run a successful handyman business. Obviously, these can be if you don't, I'm not saying every individual needs these skills, but you need to have someone on your side that can do these, or at least you need to be proficient in all of them in a roundabout way. Obviously, people are going to have different skills in different areas, but I'm thinking the ones that you can't do, like bookkeeping, if that's not your strong suit, hire a bookkeeper. I mean, just charge the extra amount that you need for it. Hire a bookkeeper, get yourself a CPA. I definitely recommend that. There's just lots of stuff like that where if you are marketing, like, I don't know, if you're not good with one side of the business, try to hire it out to someone that can do it, that does better than you. This is more of a long-term play. If you're just starting out, just try to do your best in every category, and you don't got to be crazy. The expectations are very low for handyman, sadly enough. People they don't give handyman a very good name sometimes, so just do the basics, and you're going to stick out. You're going to do well. And yeah, I hope this helps some people. and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.